Yeah, I was talking to Jack about his film That Never Happened, and what you know, it's a very brave, it's very filmmaking. The topic is it's really so hard to discuss, and you were able to kind of creatively put your touch in it and make it into a narrative film, which is I think so hard to pull off. I'm so curious, like, where did it came from? You know, to finish such a project, really should be coming from like deep passion, and where did it come from?
Well, I saw many times. I mean, I've been many times to the Philippines. I made a documentary about Mount Pinatubo. I saw a lot of, I mean, things were going wrong. Also in other countries, by the way, in Asia. And then when I was reading in the airplane an article about 2008, the crisis in Asia. The effect of the crisis in Asia was more child prostitution and so on. And then I thought, okay, this is going on for so many years. Let's give those children a voice and let's hear people. And that's why I wanted to make a film for a large audience, not a film like a deep art house film, but really a film that could reach a large audience.
I also wanted to comment on the performances. It's pretty amazing how you were able to find such a gem of the main character, the main lead, and just the whole character and stuff. It's well written, and I was wondering, how did you find the actor? It's such a tough role to play. I mean, where in the world did you were able to find? What's the process?
Yeah, the process was, I still have all the tapes, 500 girls who came to play, and we even tried with real street children. So the street children, but the difficulty with the street children was that I couldn't communicate so well because my Tagalog is not good enough, and so I needed always an extra interpreter, and that was blocking to have a direct effect. And so and in the end, really, the cameraman was already here. It was already in Manila when we found the girl that was perfect for me, and she immediately. And then it was very hard to convince the mother to because the script was really tough, and it was really. And the girl was only 11 years old. And then I started with just because I started filming, and we only did 10 shooting days, but then there was no more money, and then I came back the year after with money again.
Just stop yourself at that point.
Yeah, we stopped every time 10 days and 10 days and 10 days. I know in the Philippines they shoot movies in 10 days.
Yeah, that's part of yeah. But and she does. I guess from your audition, you were able to determine that she had enough maturity, right, to portray such a role.
Yeah, what was very good from Sandy, that immediately when I saw her in the casting, I mean, she's not just a pretty girl. You could see when she was doing a scene that there was something behind, and that's what you need when a girl is in child prostitution. There's so much trauma in her that you have to see it in the girl that you are casting. And Sandy had a trauma herself just 1 year before we started shooting, and so she matured in a very short time. So she was 11, but inside you could see that she was much older, and that was what I needed for the role.
That's really amazing. There's going to be a third part of this. I just wanted to say, I actually want to thank Jaco for dealing with this topic. I'm from the Philippines, and I've seen, the worst situation. It's amazing that someone from Europe, someone from the Netherlands was able to, dedicate such time, effort. It's not easy to make a film, but to make something as good as what he did, I really want to thank you for that personally. And we'll continue with another part of this our conversation with Jaco for the film That Never Happened. This is Jerry, International Film Festival Manhattan. We love films and we love New York.